Welcome back to Musicians on the Record with David Ward. We are at the 2018 NAMM Show, and we're at the ENGL booth, and we have run into the wonderful Gretchen Menn, amazing guitarist in her own right with her own material, and for Zepparella. Check them out and our full interview on the show as well. Hi, Gretchen.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show.
Nice to meet you in person.
Absolutely. Nice to meet you, too. Tell us what you are doing this weekend, and as far as ENGL, you're working with them and amps, and what's going on with you and ENGL?
Well, I've been playing ENGL for a while now. Actually, I got my ENGL and then met the company after. I have an ENGL Special Edition 670 with EL34s. And that's been an amp that I've loved and played for quite some time. I used it for most of the guitar tones on my latest album, Abandon All Hope, and they've been very good to me. They're a wonderful company. They make a great variety of amps, and I kind of can't imagine getting rid of my 670. It's been a very great amp for me.
So that's wonderful. It was your amp before you even connected with the company, so you knew you really loved it.
Exactly. Well, I mean, and my hero, Steve Morse, if he says something is badass, I'm inclined to believe it. So.
Absolutely. You mentioned your album, Abandon All Hope. When we interviewed, we got to talk more about that. Yeah. That must have been a highlight for you for 2017 with your album.
It definitely was. It was wonderful to just get it done. I'd been working on it for so long, and just to have something that feels like such a huge challenge, but like something that you're going to have to really rise to the occasion. You're going to have to become a better musician to see something to fruition the way you want. It was just amazing to actually get it done and to be like, oh my God, it's done.
Yeah. And how are you supporting that coming up for 2018, and also what else might be coming up for you?
So I'm working on some new material. So I would love to do the stuff from Abandon All Hope live, but because it combines electric guitar with bass drums, but then also like string quartet, piano, keys. I just don't have the money to bring it on the road right now. But I've done. I'm releasing with Vintage Guitar Magazine an excerpt of me playing through some of it, because I don't think I've actually released anything of fingers on fretboards with the album. Mostly because I didn't want to misrepresent it. It's not a guitar album. Guitar is part of an ensemble, so it seemed weird to extract one instrument from that ensemble and then elevate it somehow, even if that's my instrument. Yeah.
And so might we be expecting another album sometime soon?
Okay, so yes, I am working on another album. It's totally different direction. It's compositional because that's what I like to do, but it's going to be mostly solo guitar pieces. And I'm not done with the writing for that album, but I've made a good dent in it. So we'll see how much builds up between me and it in 2018, but I'd like to get it out this year.
Absolutely. Yeah. That sounds great. And I can't forget to also just ask you about Zepparella and how all that's going. You guys are out there rocking it.
It's something I'm always very grateful for. I love the music of Led Zeppelin. I love learning from, Master Jimmy Page by, trying to get inside of the music and the lines and the arrangements. And it's great. I mean, we get to play all over the place. People have been really supportive as always, and we've had some lineup changes recently, which is always bittersweet because I love everybody who's ever been in the band, and I love people who are who are spending more time with the band now too. So. And
it's your original lead singer who is back in the band now?
Yeah. So Anna Christina, we actually had one singer before her, but she was the one who, when she came aboard, she was aboard for solidly 5 or 6 years, and so we did a lot together. So I love Anna. She's wonderful. I love Noelle too. She's wonderful. They're both just different flavors of wonderful.
Right. Yeah, many different colors, so just like the palettes of Led Zeppelin, you get different voices. Now, I also, which was very cool, Guitar Player magazine, and Mike Melinda, I talked with him yesterday, on the 50 greatest guitar players. I'm looking at that group of pictures, and there is Gretchen Menn, and I was like, that was awesome. Did you see?
50 female guitarists, right?
I don't think so. This was the whole shooting match, everybody. Have you actually seen that?
I haven't seen that. I saw the one with the 50 female guitarists, which was awesome. You know what? It's all awesome. I've been so lucky this year. Vintage Guitar Player, Guitar World, they've been so kind to me. I'm actually shocked that, like, my album that has been so, I didn't. You know when you're not writing a pop album. You know very well that if you're writing compositions that are instrumental, it's not a pop album. So I really expected nothing, and I'm very grateful that people have been so supportive. So yeah.
Well, and I agreed with one of the 50 graders. It was awesome to see you on there. So wonderful.
I'd be the last one to vote for me on any sort of list like that, but
well, you got voted on. So yeah. Gretchen Menn, thank you so much for being on Musicians on the Record. It's a pleasure to meet and talk with you. Check out our full interview with Gretchen on Musicians on the Record, and stay tuned for more from the 2018 NAMM Show. I'm David Ward. See you soon.